Right, let's get this lined up. It's Tour Truck Tuesday. I got to drop some onions on you people. Fairway finder, it's a big one, isn't it? We're out there, we're under the gun. We have to find the fairway. I'm going to go through it first off with the 3-iron. I love long irons, you know that by now. It's going to be in play. 3's easy to hit in play. It's always easy to hit in play, which is why I'm starting there. It's your go-to. If you're under the pump, you know about your alignment. You've got yourself parallel left. Anyone who's not seen me talk about that. Face hits the ball, align the face at the target, get your feet going parallel left. Try not to worry on the golf course too much about swing thoughts. And if you are really, really struggling, pop out the 3-iron and make a big turn. Pop one out there. The harder you can swing, generally the straighter it's going to go. The 3-iron is successful because the CG, I'm not teeing the golf ball up, CG, center of gravity. If you start teeing up the golf ball, you start then manipulating. Obviously that's super high, I wouldn't have a 3-iron that high, but with a fairway wood or a driver, for example, if you want to hit the fairway and you start popping a driver down and you've got the CG of the golf ball really high above the CG of the blade, you're going to run into some issues because of the way the club's designed. You're going to get high launch, you're going to get low spin, but I started this video talking about fairway finder. That's what this is about. We want to sacrifice some of that yardage because we're under the pump and we have to hit the fairway. So as I grab the 3-wood, now the ball, I've gone a little teed up, but if you're desperate to hit the fairway, you may as well go 3-wood off the floor. Pick your target, feed the information, that's key. Pick a small target down our alignment stick, feed the information. If you can shot shape at this point, pick one and then make an aggressive move. Now, what do I mean if you can shot shape, pick one? I mean if you're someone who knows that you have a tendency to miss right because you get underneath it or miss left because you smother it, by picking a shape, you're less likely to miss. Now, what shape do I want you to hit if there's no tee? I want you to opt for the fade. That was a slight fade, great shot, very happy with it. Didn't have to change too much swing-wise. And that's what these videos at the moment I'm trying to get about, trying to think about you as a player, know your equipment. If you take a 3-wood off the deck, it's hard to hit them left. If you take a driver off the deck, it's tough to get it airborne, not ideal. But if you take a driver and you recreate the relationship that we have between the 3-wood and the turf, the relationship being, look at how low that is in relation to the center of gravity is back here on this club. The ball is now in line with it. It squeezes out as a result, giving me a little pinch fade. If you then recreate the same, ball in line with club, in line with CG, understand your tee heights. That's what you got to do. So I don't want it teed right up here where I can hit beautiful high launch bombs. That's the place for high launch bombs. I love you living there. Fairway finder, get it in line with CG of club. Why? Because when you do that, it allows you, providing you put a free move on it, like the 3-iron, a free being free, loose, easy breezy. I know it's hard to do. If you're really panicking, get in there, grip it down, stand a bit wider, but just remember you have to turn. Watch it all the way down. There's no TrackMan for this video. That is a great hit. Cruisy ball flight against the top of the hill, under control, hit my fairway, not an ounce of right to left movement. And the only thing I really did technique wise, take a hair off the grip length, stand a smidgen wider, a little bit wider, for those of you who don't know what smidgen is, and give me a large turn and then go. That's it. End of lesson. I love high bombs. I love them. Don't get me wrong. I love high tee versus CG of driver underneath. But let's talk about playing golf. Let's talk about finishing your fitting session. Let's talk about being a player, what you've got to do as a player. And let's talk about hitting shots like that, that you know when you walk out of the emotions of that fitting room and you're stoked with the club you've ordered, you know you can still hit the shots. Give it a try, play around with tee height, get into low tee, always reach for the 3-iron if you're panicking. Rescue over there, same deal, reach for it if you need it. Fairway wood, nice and low, get that center of gravity in line with the CG of your clubs. Only call out, only add on. If you do happen to have a rescue, you panic sometimes because there is a CG that is a hair further back. You worry, or you're worrying that day that you're pulling shots. Simply move the ball position back, push the hands forward. That'll push the low point with that club by going there, out to the right. What do you mean by that low point? I mean where this club passes through, it'll want to push that golf ball out to the right to get rid of any excessive draw. So normal would be there, just simply walk it forward, low point out, and then this one, low controlled, tiny draw, because we've got a little bit of center of gravity back. Sometimes to the rescue, you can hit the little draw with those versus the 3-iron, because the shaft is similar in length. So of course we as golfers get closer to it, get on top of it. It's a little bit easier to smother. So there is a tiny little add-on tip. If you want to get into that with the rescue, take out one of the sides. Don't worry about a miss. Move round the circle, it's called. As we move ball position back, hands forward, you'll start it down the right with a teensy-weensy draw. 4 different golf clubs, 4 fairway finders. Very useful for our game of golf. Go through them in your fitting, make you a better player. If you like what you see, subscribe, tell your buddies, all the tips are here, or don't tell them, maybe you'll take more cash off them. Till next Tour Truck Tuesday, I look forward to seeing you then.